So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. And we're going to do that today. So we've got a hump day grid ahead of us, but we're going to do this today with a Primativo that I just picked up. It's a 2022 Contessa Marina Castellani, and this is Apulian, Italia. So it's an Italian piece, and it is quite. It is a very deep ruby red. I mean deep. I'm going to have blue teeth here very shortly, but it just looks so good. Around that 9 to 11 euro mark, as far as price is concerned. But on the nose, cassis, just a bit of citrus in there, almost some orange and some grapefruit perhaps, and all around very pleasant on the nose. And the finish is remarkable. Soft tannins, equal balance with acids. I might have to drink this whole bottle tonight to determine everything, but right now I can tell you it's fabulous. This really does hit the spot. No aftertaste. I have nothing negative to say about this wine. I'm just happy that I have an antidote called a toothbrush for my soon-to-be blue teeth. Okay, so we have a Joe Deeney construction today for our Wednesday grid, edited, of course, by Will Shorts. So just getting some stuff out of my pockets. And all of a sudden, they were uncomfortable. Let's go ahead and hop into our grid and see what we got for the day. And destination of a walk. Terrific. I don't know at all, but how about we start with fab? I love the word fabulous, so why not? Destination of a walk. So maybe we're talking about baseball, and if so, that's fair. Maybe we're going to be going to first. Not well could be ill. And 2016 Olympics host city familiarly, and this would be Rio. Biological bags could be sacks. Have you noticed these have been popping into the grid lately an awful lot too? I mean, what's up with the sacks? It's crazy. What one may go by, of course, an alias. I have never felt the need. I mean, my mother gave me an ancient and beautiful name. I think I'll stick with it. Orally admonished. Well, we got a TS next to each other, so I'm going to go with tisk to indicate the past tense. Small British hunting dog. We'll get to that. Start to rouse could be to stir. Something I hate to do on a weekday. 4:30. Oh, that alarm goes off, and I'm like, oh, why did I go to bed at 9? Because the movie was good. That's why. Something good for an angler, bad for a dog trainer. Going with a bite on this one. Don't mean it's right. Lord knows I'm never saying I'm right until I get the little da-da-da-da-da-da at the end. Otherwise, no, I don't trust it. Put on as a play, perhaps for staging here. And French pointillism pioneer, and I think that's... Surhat. I'm not quite sure how to spell yet, though. I don't think I've spelled that since college. So, command to attack, maybe Sikkim. Musicians exercise, how about étude? And so, film mega hit, I'm assuming blockbuster is what this is. And a little darling could be a cutie pie. And I am suffering something tremendous with these hiccups today. And it's really bad this time of year. I think it's got something to do with allergies. I really do. Idyllic spot could be Eden. Dewy-eyed heroine. If this is a G going down, I think I know what it is. Synergy-seeking move. Yeah, I can make that work in synergy, but again, that's also a bit of confirmation bias. I'm not going to lie. Into the Wild, actor Hirsch, and that was Emil, and that movie really got me. Angsty music genre, emo, and that just tells me this is indeed an ingenue, which is what I was thinking if that were a G. Dewy-eyed heroine. That is a fabulous descriptor. It's an exceptional clue, and I love the answer. Terrible Tsar would be Ivan the Fourth. Not to be confused with Ivan the Fifth, which was Ivan the So-So. Kidding. Just thought it'd be funny. Old Hoops Org. How about the American Basketball Association? Be in it to win it could be to vie. Right. And bone below the femur, which would be a fibula. When I was in anatomy and physiology years ago, when I still thought I was going to be a doctor of medicine and not humane letters, I guess programming conditionals for ifs. One of the things that I taught myself about the tibia and the fibula is that the fibula was the smaller one, the thinner one. And so I thought to myself, well, it's like a little white lie, a fib. See, there you go. So, now I'll go to a sushi chef. I'm assuming we're talking about sea eel here. And wide-reaching green light could be a blanket approval. Something I've never been given. Blanket. Oh, gosh. I get so used to doing the Guardians that I keep forgetting that when I'm doing the New York Times, I don't have to type through it. I need to type around what I've already got, and that can be a problem, especially if we get to the end and it turns out I'm not getting my little jazz roll because I have fat-fingered something, so nothing worse. This is what you might expect. Par, maybe? Okay, singer. Okay, I think we all know this. Yeah, so birch bark, as an example, would be a canoe. Peacock's parent, going with NBC on this one. That's nice. Foreign Policy Advisory Group. Well, I guess NSA or NSC, maybe? Let's see. Big Chunk could be a slab. And what do we got here? Baseballer Robinson. Okay, so the small British hunting dog, I think, is a border terrier. And I think we've got Kano here. If that's wrong, and that's two ways, because I'm not that familiar, then I think we know where to go look first. Okay, let's see. Suffix with north or south, perhaps earn. And entertaining lavishly, some of you regaling, which is separate from entertaining with a story. Actor Stephen of V for Vendetta, and I don't know for sure, but I think that's a Ray. And then if we got here, chemistry lab hookups, I'm assuming these to be gas taps. Everything I ever did in biochemistry lab was make aspirin. That was fun. Together, perhaps as one. Ways to go. I don't know why I'm even doing this when we're not even going in line here. Let's just check real quick our routes or routes, depending. Syllabus selection, I guess, would be a unit. And years. In Latin, I guess, ani. We'll see about that, though. It's not some sort of variate, you know. Enter hurriedly. Perhaps we're going to race into. Yeah, perhaps so. Maybe that's what we're going to do here. Wile E. Coyote's undoing frequently. Well, if it were just 4 letters, I'd just say Acme, because he ordered all this stuff from Acme, and every bit of it wound up, you know, what is that old saying, hoisted by my own petard? Yeah, I mean, got him. Beat him at his own game. Poor guy. 5 letters, I just really have no idea. Football stat with an I, perhaps interceptions, that makes sense. And most of the blank in this world is done by people with good intentions, and that would be evil. by Thomas Stearns Eliot, and I don't know anyone who's ever said anything really all that different. Streamer's annoyance, I'm assuming we're going with a lag there. And part of a trick could be a leg. Hey, a leg lag. What a nice little thing going here. Slugger's pregame warm-up, maybe batting practice. Excuse me. Hiccups getting me again. And I guess we've got an anvil here, which, yes, that got the old coyote a lot, didn't it? Costa Rica. Muy bien. Go ahead and put in our batting practice here. Because, you know, we want to finish the grid with some sort of dignity intact. End of level enemies in video games. And since I'm not a video gamer, unless you consider this video gaming, I don't. I consider this crossword solving electronically. Saving a couple of trees, right? I don't know. But I've really learned this in the grid as bosses. I would have never known just from gaming, but yeah, I learned this in the grid. Utter. Well, instead of a descriptor, I think we're going to maybe say. World capital said to have been founded by King Midas. And when I was there, I got to read and see some of the sites in Turkey. History class section, I'm assuming we're talking eras here. And Shake It Off singer to fans, I guess that would be Tay-Tay. Didn't play, sat, aw, that's sad. One-time place to shop while high, and I'm assuming we're talking about the Sky Mall, and I do remember those. Apple's cook would be Tim. Live could be on air. Residents of Basra, I was stationed there for a year, and these would be Iraqis. Right there on the Gulf of Hormuz. Oh, it's been a long time. I think I left there. That was my 5th and final deployment. Left there in 2011, October. It's been a while. 14 years. No. Yeah. No. No way. It hasn't been. Wow. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's almost 2 decades. Oh, wow. I guess I'm getting old. Don't remind me of that, please. I'm begging you. Factor in club selection. So we were talking about golf. We're talking about a lie. Where is the ball? And sewing, social sewing event. I think this is called a quilting bee. Never did anything like that because I don't sew that well. I mean, I can, but it's not good. Nutrition bar brand with a moon in its logo. Don't have a clue, but I'm assuming we're talking Luna. Naval type innies. Very good. Very clever. But nice job, Joe Deeney. Nice job. I mean, this has been a really clever little old grid today. Connect with, maybe, I don't know, tie to. Week ending exclamation, maybe TGIF. In many cases, perhaps we're talking often here. Ages and ages could be an eon. That's another one that's just creeping in along with sax and a few others. It's just making its way. Just eons. And every now and then you have an A in front of it. Just a different spelling, you know, kind of a thing. I don't know. Summer would be été. And connect with could be to tie to. I mean, I hope I didn't fat finger anything. But how do we do, Bob? You know, that's the problem with Bluetooth speakers. They're just on a delay no matter what you do. And this is a separate Mac system over here altogether. And I've got a nice Bluetooth speaker hooked up to it. Bose, I do believe. But the only one that I have is an older, probably about a 5-year-old, 6-year-old Beats by Dre soundbar here. And it's the only one that I've been able to find recently, which is why I still have this old one around. I can't find one with a direct jack connection. It's all Bluetooth these days, and that's no bueno if you're trying to get real-time sound. So I might have to go back in time and buy another one of these Beats by Dre. You know, I don't know. We'll do something with that. But again, Joe Deeney, This was a great grid. It was a little on the easier side than what I would expect on a Wednesday, but nevertheless, it was clever. You were able to come up with some really fantastic cluing around the otherwise inelegant fill, which was there very little of. You know, the era, the NSC, stuff like that. But really, on the most part, that was fabulous. And I loved the fab, right? You know, for the tariff, you know, that was just good stuff. It was like I was in the same room with my mother. It was really fun. That's the kind of thing she would say. And she's a fun person, so I'm all about that. But we'll bring in our Benny do, and we'll go ahead and call this meeting to, a close, right? So all those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Well, the ayes have it, I guess. So until we see you next time, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the suggestions. And I got to say, we had a comment last night on the, I think it was Saturday, when I did the grid with the beer. I had a beer instead of a wine. And I remember in the video, I kept complaining, like, I don't really know how to drink a beer. I know how to drink a beer, but the new subscriber with a fabulous screen name, right? You know, he talks about his beard and stuff. And it was just funny. He just said, I think the way you enjoy a beer is you put it in your mouth, you swallow, and you enjoy it. Got it. Touche, sir. I'm tracking 100%, right? But it was great to hear it. I love the playful back and forth. That really makes my day. And in short, I love hearing from all of you, so thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. It's very supportive and very kind. Until we see you tomorrow for the Thursday and the greatest day of the week, because it means the start of the tricky ones. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss, Servus, Grüß Gott, Ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well, do well unto others, and be especially kind to that person behind you in line. Take care out there. See you tomorrow.